Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is March the 13th, 2018, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we are the only source that is giving you the news according to the charts. Now, what I mean by that is simply we are forecasting the price predictions for some of these major cryptocurrencies in the market for the next trading day. Okay, so we, as far as we know, are the only ones who are giving you all this only information according to the charts. We are the only ones who are forecasting where we are expecting prices to go. Okay, so I do know a lot of people are out there giving you their technical analysis, their fundamental analysis of these altcoins, but no one is actually telling you all where they're expecting these cryptocurrencies to go in the short term as well as even in the long term. They only tell you things that occurred in the past. But here at HueFin News, by us understanding the financial language of the markets, we're able to predict where prices are likely to go for these cryptocurrencies. And if you guys are new to this channel, just stay tuned. You guys will see the proof of how we are able to determine where prices are to go in the next couple of trading days. Okay. So yesterday we told you all that we were expecting the market to consolidate, and that is exactly what is occurring today in the market. Market went higher, went lower, and now it's back towards the open of today's trading day. I must mention to you all that everything that I mentioned on this channel is not to be considered investment advice because we are not investment advisors. And on top of that, make sure that anything that's included in this channel or this video as well. Okay. Another comment is that the winner for the cryptocurrency that we're going to do until the remaining of the rest of this week is going to be Nano against the BTC, and we will do that at the end of our analysis today. So we will be doing Nano for the rest of this week. Now back to what I was saying. We told you all yesterday that the markets will consolidate, and that is exactly what occurred today. We need to start paying attention to the volume and the type of bars that we get as the market is trading around the area of support on the daily price chart. Okay, so that support area on the daily price chart is where we're going to focus our attention to determine when the market is going to move higher or it's going to break to lower prices. That is the linchpin into understanding where we're going to go over the next couple of days. So keep that in mind. The market cap is stagnant. It is not moving variably too much to the upside nor to the downside, as well as the Bitcoin dominance is still there around 42%. So nothing pretty much has changed there. And given those two factors, you can expect that the overall cryptocurrencies individually did not change much neither. Bitcoin is up almost 0.5%. Ethereum down 1%. Ripple is down 2%. Bitcoin Cash is up almost 3% on today. You guys can see that Litecoin is down 2%, as well as Cardano almost down 3%. Neo is down 2.67%. Stellar is down 2.30%. EOS is up 1.67%, and NEM is the only outlier in the cryptocurrency space that is really shooting higher in price, up 18.08%, different from 24 hours ago. You guys can see that Monero and Dash both collectively are down 3.5% and 2%. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started in today's analysis. Bitcoin is up 0.46%. Last trade $9,660.50. Excuse me. So now we're looking at the daily price chart for Bitcoin. I've been telling you all for the last couple of days that $9,000 needs to hold that support in order for Bitcoin to continue to move higher. I can tell you all that on the daily price chart for today, that the market is still honoring that $9,000 area, but we have seen weakness occurred in the market for the last 3 of the 4 trading days that have been completed. So the only thing that we're hanging our hat on is the fact that $9,000 is holding as support. Today, On this current daily price chart, you guys can definitely see that we are receiving stockpile coming in the market. The market currently is closed above $9,000, around $60.50. The volume is almost the same as what it was yesterday, but the spread is a lot smaller. So obviously we have buyers in the market buying Bitcoin around $9,000. Okay, so that is what is occurring today in the market. Buyers are in the market buying Bitcoin at or around $9,000. 3-hour chart for Bitcoin. Nothing but consolidation is being seen on this chart. Market is getting repetitive 3-hour bars where stockpile is coming in, but the market is not necessarily moving. So that is a very positive sign to see for Bitcoin. And even on this last 3-hour bar, not that much volume came into the market. So we're expecting Bitcoin to move higher in price. Might just come back up to that last area of resistance around $9,200, back up here towards the highs of these bars. You guys can definitely tell when the highs are at. That's where we might get more stockpile to come in the market, or even $9,200 even, because here in the background you guys can see where the market held as support. But nevertheless, we're looking for Bitcoin to to start trending higher in price. We told you the first area is around $9,200, but if we get more precursors of strength right there around that price, then we're definitely looking for Bitcoin to at least come to $9,400 in tomorrow's trading. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is down 1.42%. Last trade, $682.61. Daily price chart for Ethereum. Consolidation is still running supreme. So patience is the key in the cryptocurrency space for right now. Support still holding quite well, around $650 for Ethereum. We are definitely seeing precursors of weakness today on the daily price chart. The volume is also heavier than what it is yesterday. So the only thing that we're noticing that is giving us a good impression of the market moving higher is the fact that the market is holding quite well around $670 for Ethereum. And we will need to maintain that in order for Ethereum to move higher in price. And given the fact that we have all that volume coming in today on the small spread, is definitely telling us, just like with Bitcoin, buyers are in the market. So now we're looking at the 3-hour chart for Ethereum. Market needs to hold support right now around $683, 680. We told you all that. This is the third time that Ethereum is coming back towards $680. And as of now, we're definitely seeing buyers coming into the market at 680. So we're looking for Ethereum as well to continue to move higher, especially if this 3-hour bar closes above this previous close, because we got a lot of volume on these two bars, smaller spread. So obviously the buyers are here around $680. So we're going to be looking for the market for Ethereum as well to move higher. First location is going to be small right there around 690, but then ultimately it could come back up to $700. Okay. So now let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash, according to Bitfinex, is up 0.46%. Last trade was $1,053.30. Daily price chart for Bitcoin Cash. Pretty much the same thing is going on with the rest of the altcoins. Sideways consolidation on the daily price chart. Market definitely is finding support at $1,000. I told you that yesterday in our video, that the market needs to find support at $1,000, and it came all the way down to $989.10. But nevertheless, the market is getting a lot of volume compared to what it was yesterday, on top of on the 11th of March and as well as the 9th of March. So all this volume is coming in right here around $1,000 to $1,200, which letting us know that the market is definitely absorbing, consuming, or even buying up all of this selling that it has been occurring over the last couple of weeks. So you guys need to take advantage of that. But the market is not yet ready to break out to the upside substantially. Now we might get the market to move higher tomorrow, but it might not. It might just come back up to $1,200. We're not expecting it to come all the way up to $1,800 tomorrow. Okay. But let's take a look at the 3-hour chart for Bitcoin Cash. And again, you guys can definitely tell that a lot of buyers came in on this particular bar, but we did not get a lot of follow through because that 1080 is still holding strong as support as resistance in Bitcoin Cash. We will need to see a push to go bar with high volume or excessive volume to break through 1080. Okay. So even on this current 3-hour bar that has just been completed, we didn't get that much volume comparative to what it was the last two 3-hour bars. So that 1040 is going to hold that support. We need it to around 1040, and especially if this current 3-hour bar closes above the previous close, then we're expecting to get a push to go up bar to break through 1080 to move higher in price during tomorrow's trading. Okay, because right now we're not getting a lot of precursors of weakness in the market. We're still in a consolidation phase on the 3-hour chart, but nevertheless that 1040 is holding quite well as support, and we're expecting that to resume. So that's why our analysis for Bitcoin Cash as well is for them to move higher. Now again, it might just come up to that 1080 because I told you that 1080 is holding strong as resistance. So once Bitcoin Cash comes back up to 1080, we need to get a push to go up bar or another precursors of strength bar in order for us to move higher. Okay. But if that current 3-hour bar closes above the previous close, then we're still expecting Bitcoin Cash to move higher. So now let's take a look at Ripple. So Ripple is down 1.75%. Last trade was around 76 to 77 cents. Daily price chart for Ripple consolidation is still running supreme. Precursors of weakness is being reflected, but nevertheless the volume is extremely light, so we're not getting a lot of volume of sellers to come in today. 3-hour chart for Ripple, again consolidation is reigning supreme. 76 cents needs to hold that support. Stockpile is still coming in the market though for Ripple, or non-interest in higher prices. So we're still in consolidation right now, but eventually that consolidation will turn into the market moving to the upside, especially for the fact that we are receiving stockpile. So the market can come back down and make another dip to 76 cents, but nevertheless we're expecting Ripple to continue to consolidate and even move a little bit higher in tomorrow's trade. It might just come back up to 80 cents or even 79 cents in tomorrow's trading. Let's take a look at the 1-hour bar real quick. So even on the 1-hour bar, we're not getting a lot of interest in higher prices right now, but we are noticing precursors of weakness bars, but the market is not falling. So as long as the market continues to consolidate, we're running a higher probability of moving to the upside. So that's going to be our analysis, is for Ripple to move higher. But the only way the market is going to move lower if it breaks 76.5 cents or even 76 cents. Okay, so if it breaks those two price levels, then expect Ripple to move lower. So now we're going to take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin is down 3.25%. Last trade was $173.96. Daily price chart for Litecoin. Again, we're getting the precursors of weakness in the market for today for Litecoin. Just a continuation from all the selling that we saw yesterday. The market is still holding support around $170, which is what we need to expect. Okay, that is the only thing that is keeping Litecoin from falling, is that support area of $170. The spread for today's bar is a lot smaller than what it was yesterday. So that is telling you all that buyers are in the market right now in trading for Litecoin. So just like with Ripple, we're noticing a lot of precursors of weakness bars, but the volume is also dwindling as we go out in time, which is one of the good things you want to see for the market to resume to higher prices. Okay, so that's going to be our analysis for Litecoin in the short term, for them to move higher. It has to break through $176 in order for them to do it though. So we need to get either volume or a precursors of strength bar to break through 176 in order for that to occur. But in the meantime, expect that consolidation to continue until we get all of the sell volume out of the way before the market will resume to higher prices. Okay, so let's take a look at the 1 hour bar for Litecoin real quick. So consolidation is still occurring in the market. Market found support around $172, and ever since then it has just been consolidating. We need to pay attention though to the stockpile bars that we are noticing in the market. So somebody is definitely trying to hit Litecoin with a lot of selling, but the buyers are definitely participating on today's bar, on these 3 hour bars, on these 1 hour bars, especially around $174 area. You guys need to pay attention to that. As long as we stay above $174, even $172, we're good for Litecoin to move higher in price. Okay. And one of the things, like I told you earlier on the 3 hour chart, even on the 1 hour, you guys can see how the volume has been dwindling as we go out in time, but the market is not necessarily falling. So that's why we're expecting the cryptocurrency Litecoin to move higher. So now let's take a look at Dash. So Dash is down 2.19%. Last trade was $483.30. Dash is giving us another precursor of weakness, but we're not necessarily falling as much as one would expect. We're simply just coming back down to the lows of these particular bars that occurred on the 10th, the 11th, and even on yesterday's trading. Even here on the 8th of March, you guys can definitely see where the market is trading now. So we're not necessarily getting weakness in the market to where we're going to fall lower, but nevertheless today's bar is a precursor of weakness. So let's look at the 3 hour chart to see we have something different. So just like with Litecoin, I want you to pay attention to the volume of how it's dwindling as we go out in time on a 3 hour chart, but we have been noticing precursors of weakness here right now on the 3 hour charts. Market may come back down to $470 or even $460 in the short term, but currently if this current 3 hour bar closes above, then that market has held support right there around $475, which is a pretty good thing, and expecting Dash to continue to move higher. So look at the 1 hour chart for Dash. Again, weakness is definitely being revealed here on the 1 hour chart. Precursors of weakness, stockpile is coming in. So we need to see more precursors of strength bar coming in on the 1 hour chart. If we don't, Dash will continue to move lower. Okay, we did get a lot of stockpile on this particular bar, light volume on this other one. So obviously a lot of the stockpile of selling is being consumed by the market participants. 480 is holding quite strong too, or even 475 is holding quite well for support. So that's what we need to see as the market continues to move lower. We need to find a support area before it bounces back higher. Okay, so right now we're looking for Dash to continue to consolidate and even maybe even move higher into March trading. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Neo. So Neo was down 2.70%. Last trade was $82.80. We're still getting weakness occurring in the market for Neo as well. Market is still holding support at $80, which is what we need to see. We need to see the market hold support at $80 in order for them to continue to move higher. We're not getting a lot of interest in higher prices at the moment, but the volume is also lighter for today. So we're still expecting the market to hold support at $80 and just continue to trade sideways or even move a little higher. So now we're looking at the 3 hour chart for Neo. Market is holding quite well, around $82 in trading on the 3 hour chart. We definitely have seen precursors of weakness bar on these bars here, these 4 3 hour bars here, but the volume here has been completely dried up and it's not continuing to fall. So at best, the market is holding well, support at $82. So we're still looking for Neo to move higher in tomorrow's trading. It might just come back up though to $86 or even $88 or even $89. Those $2 increments is where we're expecting Neo to move in trading tomorrow, okay? Because we're not necessarily seeing a lot of indications of weakness in the market right now, as Neo is trading around $82. Now it can make another quick move back down to 80, but if we get precursors of strength around $80, then we're still confident in stating that Neo will move higher in price. So now we are going to look at Monero. So Monero is down 4.10%. Last trade was $247.18. Daily price chart for Monero precursors of weakness is being reflected. Support 240. Okay, we are definitely getting a lot more volume in the market than what it was yesterday. Spread is a lot smaller, so buyers are in the market right now for Monero as well. 3-hour chart. Market came all the way back down to the prior area support. This is the third time the market came back down to and around $240. So now we need to be on the lookout for more precursors of strength bars on the 3-hour chart and on the 1-hour chart. So even on this 3-hour chart, this is a probable precursor of strength. So this next 3-hour bar needs to close above. If it does, we're looking for Monero to move higher. First resistance area is going to be 252. Next resistance area is going to be 260. Okay, so throughout trading tomorrow, we can definitely hit one of those two price areas, but that's only if that current 3-hour bar closes above the previous close, because it is a probable precursor of strength with a lot of volume, and the market held quite well. This is the 4th time the market has held at $244. So that is another key point you need to keep in mind. Okay, so now the last one for today is going to be Nano against the BTC. This particular cryptocurrency is only traded on Binance. So if you guys don't have an account at Binance, then sorry, you're out of luck. You won't be able to participate in the movement of this particular cryptocurrency. Okay, but nevertheless, you guys can tell on the daily price chart for Nano that the market definitely has given us a push to go a bar here on the 9th of March. But the market did not respond. Matter of fact, stockpile came in the market, and that's why we've been trending to the downside for the last 3 days. Now, buyers are definitely coming in the market currently, but we did not break out to a different area that we need to pay attention to. Okay, so we are still leaning more towards that precursors of weakness in Nano at the moment. Okay, so currently on the 3-hour chart for Nano, the market has given us two strong precursors of strength bars where a lot of volume came in, even with the stockpile, but the market only came up here to 12,200. That's where that prior resistance was at, was right there around 12,200. So you guys need to pay attention to that, especially if this current 3-hour bar closes below this previous close. Then we're still looking for the cryptocurrency Nano to move lower, and that support needs to be around 11,600. That's where that support needs to be in Nano if the market's going to move lower at the completion of this 3-hour bar. Okay, because that simply tells us that all this volume that came in on this particular 3-hour bar is selling, especially this current 3-hour bar closes below it. So we're still looking for the market in the short term to move lower if within the next hour and 50 minutes the bar closes below it. Okay, so we still got an hour and 50 minutes before this current 3-hour bar completes, so we need to pay attention to that as well. So let's take a look at the 1-hour bar. So now we're looking at the 1-hour bar. I told you guys that 12,200 has been the resistance area for Nano. You guys can see the market tried 3 times to hit the market, and it hasn't been successful, where all the stockpile came in. So currently we are in weakness mode, so we're expecting the market to continue to move lower for Nano in the short term. Hopefully you can find that support around 11,780 or 11,800 in around that price, but currently we're still getting weak precursors of weakness in the market. So once the market finds support, especially around that 11,800 area, seems like a probable area that the market's going to try to find support. But if we get more precursors of weakness there, then it will be moving lower, probably back down to 11,600. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're definitely noticing stockpile coming in as Nano came all the way back up to 12,200. So that's all I have for today, March the 13th, 2018. A quick recap, as you all know what we're noticing on the chart. The key point for today is the daily price chart. The market is giving us precursors of weakness, bars on the daily price chart, but one key fact you need to remember is the volume is light, and as well the market is still trading around that support area. So tomorrow is going to be a crucial day for these cryptocurrencies to move higher. That's been our analysis for the majority of these cryptos, for them to move higher tomorrow. But if it breaks those support areas for each of these individual cryptocurrencies, then the market is going to be moving lower. That's one of the only things that is keeping the market from falling, is the support areas on each of these cryptocurrencies. Okay, so one of the things that I did notice today is the fact that these cryptocurrencies volume for today is light, which is indicative of not that much selling occurring in the market, which give us even more credence into stating that the market's going to be moving higher for some of these cryptocurrencies. Some might be moving higher than others, but nevertheless, our analysis for tomorrow is for them to move higher. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Everyone stay profitable, and I will talk to you all later.